Welcome back to the home of Glue Guzzlers, Confused Leos, and Parry Queens. Here at the BGF Monday Night Rollback. It's week 6 of year 2, and I am Gates of Chaos, and I'm joined by
Weirdling, because we had a bit of a fuckery and the rota didn't quite work out the way we wanted, but yay, we're here!
Yeah, going off script, let's go!
Also, this is so this is a week where we were going for the bracket as usual, well, as the new usual now, but Suka Monster couldn't make it, so
unfortunately he's been DQ'd, quote unquote.
yeah, because there was a chance that he would show up as we already started, but then we were like constantly messaging him and he was just like, no, I couldn't make it, so...
And spoilers for next week, it looks like it's going to be the same next week.
Yeah, and next week I might need to drop out as well, so might just go back to a 4-man gauntlet.
It'd be fun to mix it up. We've only been doing this for a few weeks, but...
it would be fun to mix it up going back to the thing that we were doing for a year.
Yeah, an entire year.
So Suka Monster had some work stuff, and he's going to have the same work stuff next week, potentially. So far it looks like he's going to, and I'm going to have a surgery, so I might not be able to participate, but we'll see. So
unfortunately, life comes before fighting games.
Well, I would like to fight. I would like to join the tournament, but the thing is, I might not be like present enough to do it.
You might not be entirely lucid by the time the BGF rolls around.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. So yeah, but enough of next week. So this week what we had is a bracket with Suka Monster dropping out, meaning that it's just the 5 of us. And the way it works, he placed second last week.
Yes.
So he would be basically on round 2.
Yes, so the first and second place contenders, they always get the bye, so to speak. So the 4 people, the bottom 4 people will then fight off to see who go and fight against them. So the way we had the bracket was, it was going to be myself and Maku fighting off to see who would then fight Suka Monster, and then it was Weirdling and Senpu facing off to fight Jamie.
Yes, and it also needs to be mentioned that the reason that the bracket was like that is because the spoon holder gets to decide the bracket.
Yes, and
the spoon holder can decide his own way to victory, and therefore the entire bracket is aligning to his decision. So you were the spoon holder. You decided that you were going to go for Maku first. And if you win, you're going to face Suka Monster.
Yeah.
Which meant that you were lucky because you just got a bye on the second round, which is great.
See, the way I saw it was, I've not fought Suka Monster as Faust, so I was either going to get a cheeky wee bye, or I was going to actually fight against his Faust. If I beat Maku, of course.
If you go for Maku, of course. So well, we didn't know at the time, but it's either you or Maku who would actually get a bye if one of you win. So
yeah,
nice.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert.
Well, it's not spoiler alert. We didn't say who wins.
Oh yeah.
We just said who gets to face. Well, who would be the next opponent after that. So the other thing that we have going is that at the time of this recording, the Street Fighter 6 beta is already on. Which means that we need to take time off from just doing Street Fighter to do this. So
that's us both missing out on playing with the guys at the VLF. Like, I think at this very moment they have a group call going, and we're missing out.
I mean, Robert says it's still going to be on. So if we get this recording done in no time, then we could probably just join them.
Yeah, we're relatively quick at this.
Yeah, especially if we don't waste any time. So let's just get into the first match then.
Nice. Well, you heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. We're holding the podcast back a little bit for a nice quick. It's
going to be rapid fire because we want to play Street Fighter. Goddammit!
Let's go!
Let's go! Let's go! Let's rock! So here's the bracket, and as you can see, it's going to be your boy, the Wild Child Case of Chaos, against Maku in the first round. So
he is the youngest member.
He is.
Yeah.
Well, you used to be, but now Maku is the youngest member.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he's wrecking all of us. Well, in some games.
Yeah. So it was kind of a risk me choosing Maku at first. Like, he's not. I don't think he's at his full power level with Sin just yet.
Yeah, he managed to fucking claim the bad the other week.
True. Yeah. But I don't know. I just felt like going up against the Sin. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's your choice. You had the spoon. You do whatever you want.
I just felt like, right, you know. Also, I think I have a little more advantage in this matchup, just because I played a bit of Sin myself, so I kind of know what you want to do, Sin.
Okay, yeah, nice play.
Thank you. And also, Sin and Leo just play so similarly as well. It's like, yeah, Sin has more range, but Leo has like backturn pressure.
I didn't edit this rollback, it was sent to, so all of this footage to me is almost new because I haven't seen them since like Tuesday.
Yeah, it's nice.
So I'm going to relive this experience with like a fresh sort of look on it.
You know what? That's not something I ever thought about. The commentary, like you would have seen this more than twice, and you're still trying to react to it.
Yeah, if I'm doing commentary and I also do the rollback, I edit everything. That I see everything at least 3 times. Mm-hmm. So, well, I see it when it's happening. I see it when I record it, and well, I don't really see it during editing, but I see it on the commentary, so I see it 3 times.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why my reactions cannot be that genuine.
That's why you always go into BGF podcast rooms.
Yes, that's probably the reason why.
Personally, I just do it because I enjoy it more than regular commentary, to be honest.
I suppose. I can't believe you can pull this shit off so often. Like, I understand against me because if I do a parry, like I cannot escape it.
Yeah, exactly.
But against everybody else, it's such a fucking risk.
I do it just enough, so so it's still unexpected.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna do it regularly.
Yeah, but it's like it's so reactable. Like if the opponent is just like standing there blocking, it's so easy.
It's all just in the guts feeling of it, man. It's like I just need to feel like my opponent is being this defensive. I can go for it.
Yeah, if you're conditioned enough, then yeah.
I also feel like the emotional damage I get from after it helps a lot more than the actual damage of it.
Yeah, probably.
It's like getting your DP grabbed. That's the emotional damage right there.
Or parrying the DP.
Yeah, it's just like such a primal act, and it's just getting denied, man. It's not right.
The only move in this game that has as much emotional damage as actual damage is the Heavenly Blast.
Oh yeah. It's like, you know full well, yeah, I've just walked right into it. Like, I've handed you this.
Just like dashing casually.
Yeah.
Mac is just like, oh, get off me.
Like, please, get off.
2K.
Yeah, so far like, I'm quite happy with how things have been going. Like, obviously that's my mantra there, but yeah, I think going well. Oh, a good blow combo from Maku. This is a surprisingly like difficult combo to do because you have to like get the timing quite well on that first super you see where he do this hold your arc sort of thing. So the timing's a bit difficult, but it's really fun to do.
I mean, the only thing that I have discovered so far with Sin is that everything that he does is like super easy to do, but the timings on them are a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can say that about a lot of characters. Like, I feel that's exactly how Testament works.
Yeah, but
like,
Testament doesn't have like you know, it's not like you do the super and you need to do a follow-up attack. It doesn't happen with Testament. Whereas with Sin, it's like, you know, basically both of your supers are just like, you need to like change your direction or time the second attack. So it's just it's like you cannot not do it. That's kind of my point.
Yeah. I mean, like, just I thought you were more talking about just the combos, because a lot of Testament stuff is like you launch them away with the projectile, and then with certain moves you can just like run up and then use I think it's the 4 heavy slash, which is a big Testament. He turns around and then he brings the safe down on you. Yeah. That's like the difficulty.
That's the one move that I love to parry the most. It's such a slow move, and if I catch it, then boom, that's good.
That being such a slow move, it's so difficult to parry.
Yeah, it is, but you know, it's all about the timings. Like, if you play a parry character and you favor the parry, that means that all you need to do is learn the opponent's moves. And after that, it's just muscle memory. But yeah, well, I did say that we didn't want a podcast, but we're going for a podcast anyway.
Oh, yeah, we both just so much more enjoy this over active commentary. Like, it's so much easier when we're doing, like, we've got live games and we're reacting.
Yeah, but during live games, it's just like you call out what happened, and you just go like, whoa!
Whoa, man! Yeah, you're just a hype man of the game pretty much.
Although it depends, because some of the games are like so like some of the games have like the silence of death, and nothing is actually happening. And when the game is over, it's just like everybody just like exhales like.
The no mix in case of chaos there. Heavy slash. Oh, do you want to do heavy slash?
Surely it's not going to heavy slash again.
Of course I am.
Did you think I have more than one brain cell, you fool?
Did you expect me to even use set brain cell? Yeah, man, let's see if I can get a nice 3-0.
So far it's something like it.
I remember on the table feeling like, damn, I'm working my arse off for this.
Oh, there's the RPL.
And I was so proud to see him actually do an air combo like that. So that was Matthew's signature thing. When he played Kite, he always used to get those snazzy air combos.
Yeah, you get like slash heavy, jump cancel, slash heavy, then RPL.
Well, like, shouldn't have some like air combos as well.
Sin just needs to be figured out, because, you know, we're not quite there yet.
Yeah, exactly.
He's such a new character, like, everybody, all the tech giants are just doing the tech stuff. So us, like, regular Jacobs can just do the...
Yeah, let the lab monsters figure the shit out.
Yeah, well, that's usually what I do. Like, I like to do my instinctual shit, and I let the lab monsters give me the combos that I don't know yet.
I like to feel like my character myself works some things out, but most of my stuff is just going to come from the lab monsters, of course.
Yeah.
Like, it just lets me get used to a character before bringing them online.
Well, I'm getting less and less like that. And it works again!
It just felt right in the moment.
It's just the cock special. Because, you know, when you do it against me, it's really fucking easy, because all you can see is reversal on my side, and it's like, okay, you're free to go. You have like 30 something frames to get this shit.
It's like, it's Jumper. Is he going to for a parry? Probably.
Yes. But if I don't, I'm gonna jump in and you die.
Oh, die is the right word there, yeah, because it is so punishable.
Yeah, if I know it's coming, then... Well, I don't necessarily know it's coming, but most of the things you do can be jumped. Unless you're going for a meaty. So, if you're far enough away, I'm definitely going to jump.
Oh, am I going to get another one right here? Yes, I am.
Yeah?
Oh,
yeah?
Oh, a nice perfect to run it.
It's like, it's like, oh yeah, it's the last game, match point, I get a fucking perfect.
I'm so fucking happy. Oh, knowing that. Yeah, especially after last week, I was letting myself get I was slipping back into the salt pit with since I had the spoon.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. All you need is pick your poison, which was Maka this time. So you're going to the next round, which is a bye, which means that you're instantly in the finals, which is kind of unfair and annoying. But yay!
Yay!
You get to face whoever gets there first.
That's the reality of his format, eh? But we're doing if somebody drops out.
I mean, if someone drops out, it's fine. But if someone drops out in the second round, that's a bit, annoying. But it's fine. He's not going to be in the second round next week because obviously he dropped out of this one.
Yeah.
So and
and
I'm not going to be in the second round. But we're probably not even going to do this.
It's going to be the Champions Gauntlet.
Yeah, it's going to be a gauntlet anyway, so it's fine.
Damn, we're going proper old school. It's like.
Yeah, it's going to be a handful of games because it's only 4 players.
That, and it's also we also want to dethrone Jamie before it goes too long.
Yeah. Well, if he gets the next one, it's another tri-slash, and we cannot have another tri-slash. But yeah, so that has been you. So now it's my turn to show the.
To show the goods.
Yeah, I was looking for a metaphor here, but I just blanked. I don't know.
Yeah.
Show my assets.
Oh no! Don't do that. I'm just a young man. No. No.
Right. So yeah, it's going to be myself against Samfu.
Right.
So
in that case, Weirdling, show me your moves.
I'll show you my moves. So coming in.
Ah yes, coming in. It's the Prince of Parry himself versus the. I suppose he would be the king of the jungle right now, eh? Because I'm in a lower position in my bracket.
I suppose, but you're still
I'm still the silverback. Oh no.
So the title is not contested yet. It's gonna be. Oh yeah, but we have to do that on the next pay-per-view. Oh,
yeah, man, it's like every half year. Got it.
It's gonna be there. Yeah, Senfu is like one of those opponents that on some days I cannot touch him. On other days I just walk through him.
Oh yeah, same here.
I just don't. He is like statistically he's the most consistent, but in terms of like actual gameplay, he's the most inconsistent that we have.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that sentiment you were saying is, it just feels like that, like even more with the Leo matchup with how gamble heavy it is.
Yeah.
So like, you see it with like all of our games. It's like it's like one usually super dominates the other.
Super dominates. Yeah, so I am getting used to the new stick I have, because that was like completely new to me last week. Whereas now I'm just like, I spent a week just like having this super hard stick, which means that all the inputs I need to. There's no way I can say anything about this new stick I have. The new spring in my stick that will not make it sound wrong. So I'm just gonna roll with it. So yeah, at this point I'm getting used to the strength of the resistance of the spring. So all of the moves I'm doing are more consistent, and I'm still doing inputs that are like unintended, because I'm trying to do it in like a sort of like a snappy way, but it doesn't work because you actually like need to put the effort into the moves.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was working.
Eventually, you're just going to get used to it, and your wrist is going to strengthen up. And so we'll go back to it.
It's not even the strength of my wrist. It's just about knowing how hard I need to press down.
Yeah, that's probably a better way of putting it. But still, even those micro movements will be made easier once you just keep doing it over and over.
Yeah, of course.
And like, it's still like, yeah, it's not a lot of strength, but it's still more effort than you're used to doing.
Yeah. But also it helps with the accuracy, because the stick doesn't really let you wiggle it all that much. There's no way I can talk about this not sounding like an absolute fucking perv. That's fine. I'm just gonna have to accept it.
And just in my background, like, that was just, and I'm keeping you in my corner, just like calling you out for everything, man. Us just being a bunch of like just a couple of 10-year-olds apparently.
Yes. Oh, I can't believe that actually worked with them.
Oh, and a sick kite on top from Gibson.
Well, he's still telling about this is going on.
Oh no.
Yeah, I failed to mention at the end of the previous round that last hit that I got, which was the tether to a kick, that was like, normally that would be an accident, but this time I just felt like that would work, and it did. So, it's not the first time I've done it, but this was the first time I've done it deliberately, which is something that is noteworthy, I guess. So second game goes to Mr. Sam.
It just looks like one of those ones where you have to grind out quite a lot. And even better, it's like
it's
do it in match. Like,
it's kind of like air grabs. Like, you know they exist, you know how to pull them off, but the mental sort of like the presence of mind that you need to actually go for them is the...
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of those things are made more challenging. Like, you're probably only going to have a chance to do it every, I don't know, 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, every so often. Yeah.
So it's not going to be Unga Bunga right into, you know, right in your mindset.
He actually did the power bomb thing that you did, but he was doing it on my parry, so it was less of an achievement.
Yeah.
It was more of a good read.
Yeah, it was more. It's a lot less risky to go for it against the Viking. Well, especially yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, not all Vikings. Like, I have played many Vikings that never use the parry.
That's like Vikings playing why.
It's like 25% of your movements you're not using. What are you doing?
Like, whenever I come across them online, like, I always like, when it comes to Vikings, I like to play as if they don't have the parry for like for a few mix-ups, just to see, you know, what they're going to be like.
Yeah.
And then I keep getting away with you know, with them not parrying, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's like being Ryu and not going, you know, Hadouken. It's like, come on.
Well, I guess just like, yeah. It's just, you know, not everybody's a parry enthusiast.
Most people just like moves.
Yeah.
Say the parries.
I mean, Viking is fun to play even without the parry, and the parry is not part of the core mix-up game plan. So I can see why someone could play Viking without the parry, but...
And she also has very good design with, like, you know, like, hits and lights.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's just like, come on. If you have a parry, why would you not use it? And I'm not going to go on about an entire fucking rant about MK11 that I just picked up recently again. No. Because parries in that game have startups, and I am not ready to talk about that.
I don't. Oh no. Well, I like it. Well, I will say is like, I do like fatalities. That's all I know of Mortal Kombat. I don't play. It looks nice.
No, it's a good game, but it's a different game. Like, just having a block button in general just completely messes me up, man.
Yeah.
And MK is the game I grew up with, so I was more used to playing block button than holding back.
Yeah. For me, it was Tekken. I grew up with playing.
Yeah, that was the other game. That's why I was comfortable holding back to block, because Tekken and MK were the two games that I actually played.
But it's really funny that I'm much more comfortable playing 2D two-dimensional games, you know, at a competitive level as compared to Tekken, where I'm like, I'll play it for fun, but
no, I really do.
I'm not good.
I really do enjoy Tekken, and I really want to get into Tekken 8 probably, but I do enjoy Tekken 7 as well.
I'm gonna wait to see if Tekken, how good it is. Like, it just doesn't have the hype behind it, for me at least, that Street Fighter 6 has.
I mean, Marissa.
Yeah. So that's a good enough reason for you, so...
Well, it was a good enough reason when I saw the leak, but when I saw the trailer and I could see that Marissa actually does have a unique parry, and it's not just the parry drive that everybody has, I was like, fucking yes.
There's a lot of characters I want to try in that game. Like, I really like the look of Manon. Like, I like characters that just like dance away and have a blast in their movesets. So, yeah. Yeah, and you never really like felt right to me because everything feels forced through that spin. But yeah, like can't wait to play Manon. We'll be playing like the rival characters. It looks like.
Some of the rivals.
I don't know, like, it just feels like a good rivalry between it's always those two fighting in Betray Lads, and like them being like polar opposite.
I suppose.
Yeah, like one's like a graceful ballerina, and the other's just an absolute brute.
I have my preference.
And so do I, and that's definitely not it.
I'm putting an awful lot of parries in this. Like, I cannot really parry you guys all that much anymore unless it's like there's nothing else you can do. But look at that, like against Semco I pulled about like 5-6 parries at this point, although it's game 5 so I guess. Yeah.
And there we go, yeah. Do you feel like mentally you were just on because... Do you feel like you had to be more mentally on because your body was... because your stick, you weren't used to your new stick, so you had to put more focus in?
I think at this point I was used to the stick. So I was more like, it was more a case of like, okay, I have spent, yeah, so before this gauntlet I was playing mostly Tekken. So playing this after that was like I was more aware of like highs and lows. So it just felt like I was more like, and also just like the whole period, like everything was just like, okay, I know what I'm doing, let's go. So it's like at this point I'm just playing all these different fighting games to give me a different experience.
Yeah, the concepts are leaking over into each game to then make you a better player in general.
Yeah, but the problem is that the only game that doesn't help with this shit is fucking Mortal Kombat. Because whenever I'm doing that, like I'm trying to press a button to block, and my block button is the same as my dash macro and go to gear. So I end up being backdashing, which is normally good. But sometimes I'm just trying to like crouch block and I'm pressing dash as well. It's just like it messes me off because then it stops blocking. It's fucking weird.
No, like you play enough of that and you'll get used to it, man. But
yeah, but so far Tekken seemed a bit more
accessible.
No, it was more useful for my strive skills than this. I mean than MK. So yeah. But yeah, enough talking. We need to fucking play Street Fighter. So. Next round,
can't fucking wait.
Next round is going to be myself against Reinhardt because I just beat Senfu.
Yes, the current champion.
So let's see if I can hold my own against the champ. Let's rock.
And roll. After making it through the first ride, now you must face the godly good grabber. I forgot what it is. It's your favourite grabber. That's right, that's the new way for saying grappler apparently. It's Reinhardt.
Grabber sounds like Shagger, but...
Alright, grabber!
Alright, grabber! Nice. Yeah, I felt like when this was happening, I was like, I am in that sort of like state again when I haven't played enough Potemkins to know what I can get away with. So, and especially with Reinhardt, he's always like crying about Potemkin, how shit he is, and it's just like, oh yeah, oh we need the patch because we need to like, yeah, by the way, at this point we do have the patch. I win
most of my matches against you guys. Oh no.
So yeah, so every time Reinhardt is like bitching about Potemkin, I'm just like, you can shut the fuck up. You're literally the highest rated player out of all of us.
True, but at the same time, whenever I come across a Potemkin online, unless they're like a celestial level, like 1000+ monster, I'm just going to run over them.
Yeah, but sometimes I even run over like level 2000 Potemkins, but I cannot fucking deal with Reinhardt. So it's like, it's all about the stupid, like, he knows exactly what I'm gonna go for, and then that's all he needs, and he needs to guess right like 2-3 times.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about Jamie, he knows very in depth our game plan for Stride, versus other fighters where you can actually stand up to them, like KI for example.
Oh yeah, but KI you only practice for like a week or something.
Yeah, true.
Maybe not even a week. So I can see why that's but that's the thing, like I don't really practice KI, I just understand the basics enough that I can get away with shit.
Yeah, like it's not most people, you know, everybody in this group we haven't really played that game a lot, other than that.
I mean, I probably have.
Oh well, where do you go then? You don't need to practice. You've had your practice.
No, but what I mean is that I played an excessive amount of KI in like 2017 or something.
Ah, so that was a wee while back.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Also, he didn't burst. Screw you, Reinhardt, and your bullshit. I was like, okay, he's gonna burst, I'm gonna block it, and then he just proceeds to not do it.
That's just that you know you're a high level player when you're tactically not using the burst and getting better results when using it.
Yeah, that was meant to be a grab.
I was going to say, yeah.
Well, I fucked it, so. What a trade.
Let's be champion. Your trades aren't going to be good.
I mean, yeah, every trade with Potemkin is a win for Potemkin.
Yeah, we saw it there. One hit each, and then
He's just the merchant king.
the merchant king.
The merchant king.
I'm going to avoid the foreign accents, just so I don't get another Sukiya Mensia.
Sukiya Mensia. I mean, that's how you create memes.
Yeah. I just like to say shit, you know, like, just forget about it. It's funny, you know?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Even when this happened to me, I was not angry. I was like, okay, clearly what I have done here
is jump,
and I deserve this. And I was just like, this is probably the one Heavenly Buster in my life that I was absolutely fucking zen about.
Yeah.
Because
I'm actually proud of you, man. Nice.
I have never felt this deserving of a Heavenly Buster. Also, the other reason I feel less of a anxiety in a way about the BGF nights at this point, but in this particular case, I was feeling less pressure because I was like, right, I've been playing Tekken and I'm quite enjoying my progress I'm making in Tekken, and my gear to gear is pretty good. So my ego is not going to be hurt by me not like winning this thing.
Up until like the very day, I was the exact opposite. So I was also trying to pick up Tekken, but I feel I wasn't getting the results I was looking for, and I was getting salted because of that. But it's a game that I partly played like competitively. Like I shouldn't be expecting that much. Like I was improving, just not to the level that I thought I had to in my mind, which isn't good. Like that's the worst way to be in fighting games. Just be happy with improvement.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't compare myself to other people or like what I think I should be doing. It's just like I'm learning at my pace.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to find how to improve better. It's just don't get angry at yourself because that would just mess you up.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this.
Nice.
This, like, if we did highlights, this would be in it.
Yeah.
Because I was just like,
we were all freaking out, mate.
I could see he was going for the heavenly, and I was like, okay, he's clearly going to heavenly me. Let's see if I can shoot him.
Nice thinking, by the way.
And I did, and it worked. So after eating a raw heavenly, this is what happens when you're zen about the heavenly buster. You figure out how to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. No, but that must mean, is there no iframes for heavenly?
There are, but it's just like if you shoot the gun from the air, it's going to hit the ground. And when it hits the ground, it blows up, and the explosion is on the screen for longer than his iframe. So as soon as he jumped up, as soon as he was coming for me, he already ate the fucking hit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Look at us nattering away, and it's already potentially 3 rounds for, 3 matches for Reinhardt, depending on how this goes here.
Well, there's the RC, there we go. I remember when this happened, I just said, I love Potemkin. And then he said, me too, buddy. And I was like, you can shut the fuck up. You've been doing this character for half a year now. So, yeah, so that is, so it's yourself and Reinhardt through.
Yep.
But before we actually get to see the finals, there's one thing that's left, because what we have done last week is that the bottom bitch match happened before anything continued. So, yeah, so basically, what we have done is like, it's kind of like a loser's bracket. So before the grand finals, we just go to the losers finals in a way, which is basically the bottom bitch match, just to see who gets the spoon for next week.
See, we all love our dual elimination brackets, but we don't have time to run the shit.
Yeah, so the bottom bracket is nothing but the bottom bitch. So whoever wins this match avoids the spoon. So let's see if it's Senpu or Maku.
Nice. Oh, it's almost like we're repeating my game against Maku, eh?
Well, what we actually have to see now is that what you managed to pull off against him.
Will he learn?
Or will Senpu be able to pull the same stuff?
But like every time we go to the tournament, everybody always says me and Nadal play totally different. So
well, you do, yes.
So we'll see if we'll see if that's going to be worth much, really. Like learning my stuff versus Adam.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, it's like, I don't know, you do play different, but what I feel is that, so Senpu is more the mix, and the projectile RC, which he never do, but he always does. And then you're more like the power bomb, just getting to back turn and get those like... Yeah, it's really difficult because you're using the same moves, but the feel is completely different.
Yeah, it's just we came across different ways to play neutral.
Yeah.
And just get in, yeah.
The one thing that is like common between you two is the DP, because it's like seeing you two play each other is just it's funny. It's really funny.
Oh, it reminds me of that time when we just like virtually DP'd each other, like just constantly just to get a laugh out of you.
Yeah, I was pissing myself at that. That was such a long time ago as well. Almost a year. It might have been a year ago. I know it was winter time.
Oh my god, it's been that long. Nice. It doesn't feel like we've been doing it for that long. I think that's a good thing. Nice.
Well, it's like it's so much like it's part of our routine at this point that we just forget that I forgot the time of my life when I was not doing this. It's such an integral part of my routine that not doing this would feel weird.
Yeah. Like I've been through so much proper important stuff in my life while doing this that it's just it just feels weird, like the idea of like not doing this. And even from then, like we've added new guys in. Like it's good this.
Yeah, it's like I don't mind having these like. Well, I would so obviously like we have the core 4, and again like newcomers, if they feel comfortable with us, if they get to the point where they just feel the same passion about BGF as us, then they can just join us like actual like full on like brothers. Then I'm more than happy to do it, but obviously I don't want to force the responsibilities of a brother on anyone.
Yeah, that would be irresponsible.
Yeah, because then you'd just be like, oh yeah, you go into the gauntlet, so now you need to edit videos, you need to do this, you need to do this. That's a bit overwhelming, so that's why we have initiates.
Exactly,
so just come in, play some games,
Yeah, it was an easier ask for all of us because initially started off as like the friend hangout. Really.
I mean, we built this up like gradually, so it wasn't like, you know, nobody was like forced to do anything initially.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we were just like, hey, we should do this, and then everybody's like, yeah, we should do that. And it took me a long time to get to a point where I'm like, okay, I can actually like pass down the editing duties to other people because now I have the process figured out, so now anyone can do it.
Oh, it's so crazy thinking about it. For so long you were just going to do it all yourself. Like it's good that you've relinquished it, so you can actually have a life outside the VGF.
No, like I needed this for a long time, but I wasn't quite sure how to do it, and then I figured out that basically everything I do at this point is like so like standardized because I also want to have it done quickly.
Yeah.
That at this point, like all
it's done in a production. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if it's line's the best, but it's done in a production line way because obviously you want to have a life outside of us, but because of that you can then hand it to us.
Yeah,
to do as well.
And it's like, you know, when it comes to actually like designing the assets, I'm going to do that, and that was the idea.
That sounds like more of your thing anyway.
Yeah.
You're more actual fun rather than just video editing.
Yeah, because the idea was like, because I wanted to do like this overlay that you see right now. Like I could only do this when I was passing the editing down to somebody else because I just didn't have the time to work on this.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where the idea was born, that I'm just going to make a tutorial for you guys so you guys know how to edit this stuff, and then I can actually work on new graphical stuff.
Oh, dude, I remember coming across intermission, like the little intermission you did in your video, and I was like, hey, good intermission, my guy, and you were like, wait, what?
Yeah, because I forgot that, did I?
Oh, it was a right good proper laugh.
But yeah, this is where we are.
But yeah, man, like, not only do we have initiatives from earlier, but we also have our friend Luke that's been with us, he's been like a tried member from pretty much since we started doing promos.
Yeah, like he's been part of the BGF on the side, like, that's probably the right word. So he's been like part of BGF Hangouts, but he was never part of the actual Gauntlet.
Yeah. So it's
just him picking the game up and just having like practice sessions with Rhino. It's like, it's good because now he's slowly getting through the hit list. It's only 3 of us that he needs to beat, and so it means that out of 6 opponents, he managed to beat 3, which is great.
Was it like one after another, like one per week?
Oh yeah, it's almost like Maku because he beat everybody like one person at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think I was the last person he needed to be, so I was just gatekeeping him from the Gauntlet.
But no, man, it'll be like, well, soon enough we'll probably have another new member, and then we might want to leave it at that.
I mean, like I said, like seven members is a lot.
We'll probably have to rethink the pay-per-view format. Like, maybe not everybody has to have like a pay-per-view game every time.
Yeah.
Like unless
that's something that, you know, something we need to figure out for the next pay-per-view. If Luke actually gets through the shit. But yeah. that's not something that I would want to like think about just yet.
Yeah, it's best leaving it for now.
Because I'm like, I have enough on my plate at the moment, so I'm just gonna leave it for when it's relevant.
And honestly, when he does make his way through, like, it's not going to be that much more work. Like editing wise.
No, I think why it's just an extra game is the ponytail and the rest of it. Time consuming.
Still, it's only like 15 minutes on my face that works.
Oh yeah. But it also depends on if he wants to become a brother or if he just wants to be initiated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because if anyone could be brother straight away, that's him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's basically been with the BGF since the beginning.
Yeah, he feels like a Yeah, he feels more like a fundamental member, just because he's been with us for so long.
Yeah, it's like he was almost like part of this from the beginning. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, well, eventually, McIntyre will get there.
I just love how the whole bottom bit reminds me of when just talking about like the plans for the future, rather than what is happening on the screen.
PGF podcast, baby. It happens even if we don't want it or not.
Even if we're in a rush because we want to play Street Fighter 6, we're like, yeah, let's do a podcast when the match is happening, and when it's over, let's just rush through it.
You know what? It's our natural rhythm, and I think it's stronger. We do a better job of this because we listen to our natural rhythms of what we like. Like, I think it's good having a mix. Like we've got Adam's games. Adam stands for pure, almost pure commentary, and then Jamie is like bit by bit, like half and half. I mean.
Yeah, he usually just adapts to the other person.
Yeah.
Or usually.
I feel like I'm an adapter as well.
I think what Jamie does is that he does wander off, but he wanders off in a relevant way.
Yeah.
Whereas I wander off in a completely irrelevant way. So I apologize for people who watch this and don't like my style of commentary, because it's not commentary.
It's the podcast and we occasionally mention what's going on.
Yeah, it's basically just us talking shit with gameplay in the background.
I feel like out of everybody, I'm just like a pure killer guy. I just like to match other people's energies.
And that works as well.
I mean, I guess I do lean more to the just like chat away side, which is why I do like pushing the podcast angle. But not everybody wants that.
Oh, that was good. I forgot that Sanford was so close to winning on game 4.
Yep. Here we go, it's a final game.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
I fucking despise Sin 6B. So long. It's not like the Testament 6B that's like super fucking high. It's the forward extension that it gets. Is
the 6B is going to mess a lot of moves going right. Well, that's the old 6B. Everybody has universal size and height DP now. Sorry, not DP and 6B.
Yeah, universal height, but does that mean universal like?
Yeah, I think we're all supposed to have the same. We're all going to be the same now. So you're not going to have like Testament or Sinwalker and bullshit ass like long ass 6Bs.
I'm gonna have to check last week on that one because I remember them saying that it was just it's gonna be the same height version, but I'm not sure if the forward extension is the same.
Okay then, I don't know. Maybe I heard about it wrong. But no, that's it. We're definitely seeing Matthew really get used to playing against those now. I think he just knows when the DP's coming.
He gets his own DP every time.
It was almost like the 6P went over Leomir, didn't it? Now here we go, the final round, who's going to get this?
I completely forgot that this was game 5 and then 2.
Probably because we were like chatting through all that again. Oh, here we go.
It's so weird to have like a DP with a dunk and then you can continue from there because Synth has this stupid meter thing where you can just cancel specials into special.
But he's really vulnerable when he doesn't have the meter. It's like almost all of his special moves, if he doesn't spend that meter, are minus by a lot.
Oh no, that's like I don't have a problem with that. It's just like you don't really see DPs getting cancelled into, like other moves, and then it's a full wall carry. It's just interesting.
But yeah, talking about DPs, there we go. We're handing the spoon over to Senpu.
So yeah, Senpu had the spoon like 2 weeks ago, and now he's back. So it's like you had it once, and Senpu was before that, and now it's Senpu again. So it's like
the Leos are handing it back and forward again.
Yeah, but at least not between each other. They're always like given the spoon by someone else. Although you did face up the other day, so yeah, I suppose. So yeah, with that out of the way.
Out of the equation, yes.
Out of the equation. There's only one thing left. And that's the finals.
It's the finals.
Oh yes. But yeah, I mean there's nothing more to say. It's just gonna be Reinhardt against yourself who got the bye. So you basically just put yourself into a situation where you won a single game in round 1 and then you're straight to the grand finals. Fucking yes.
Well, let's face it, who wouldn't?
So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it.
Yes, let's play.
So, last match, the finals, the clash of titans, I guess, even though you only won the first round.
It's the cop and the grabby man himself.
It's the grabber.
It's the grabber.
Alright, grabber.
Alright, grabber. Stay away from the cock. Once again, I promise one of those, yeah.
Yes, well, legally.
What?
Doesn't mean that mentally we are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was probably the smartest call you have ever made to get to the grand finals. Because even if you lose here, you secure yourself the second place, even though you only got the first round.
Hey man, like, if you see a opportunity like that, you take it. Like, I have no shame.
Yeah, well, that's the power of the spoon at this point.
The day before, like, honestly, well, you'll know, the day before this I was quite salty about the spoon. Well, I'm playing games in general, but on the day I was just like, hey, I'll just forget about it.
Hey, don't forget about it.
Hey, it is okay, you can make panna cotta with the spoon. I don't even know what panna cotta is, but
I don't even.
It sounds telling.
Okay.
No, but like, all jokes aside, I was just like, like, that's why I won my first game in that too. Like, I was thinking, if I lose, I don't care. I just want to play against Sin and do my best.
Oh, what an RC!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. But yeah, like, I wasn't like going into this fear or anything. I was just like, yeah, I did well enough last time. I'll be happy to pick up the fight. Even though I know I never win against Jamie in Strive, not in other fighting games.
That's not true. You have beaten him before.
Yeah, in Strive. Well, yeah, but no, it just feels like everybody else has a better track record against Jamie than I do.
I mean, that's true, but like, if we're looking at last year, like generally speaking, you had the worst track record because of your mental. So, but if we look at tournaments, your track record was fucking great.
Oh,
so it's like it's really difficult to judge where you actually are because I don't know, you do way better at live events than this.
I feel like the pressure of not wanting to fight in a live tournament just helps me just then out, apparently, and just like focus.
Well, and get this sort of like attitude to Monday.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to reprogram the brain to do that, but I should definitely try that. Which I've been trying to, which I did well this week, I believe.
Well, you don't have the screen anymore, that's for sure, because you're in the grand finals.
Exactly.
It's gonna be, like, next week is going to be, like, way different because of the new patch.
Yeah, exactly, and because of the Street Fighter 6 beta, none of us are going to have to that a lot of practice.
Except for Reiner, because he didn't get in.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I was speaking to Adam. Yeah, he's just going around to Adam's tomorrow to play. No, like I'm gonna get a bit of time in like online. Like I don't think there's anything particularly new about Leo other than like you can get more off of 6K now.
Yeah, well, it's like the biking changes were almost like irrelevant because the gun's hitbox got nice. The gun's hitbox got bigger. The explosion hitbox. You can now tatami after landing the tatami in the air, which is not very I just cannot find anything that is even remotely optimal with that.
It's just fun. It's just fire right all the time.
The only thing I can think of in a scenario where I would use that is if there's a projectile coming in, and I have already done an air tatami and I need to do one on the ground to stop the projectile. But other than that, nothing.
Oh, a bad burst from me there, and I'm surprised I didn't get busted there, and I don't know what that backdash was.
Well, if that wasn't there, you could have won this.
Yeah. Damn.
That is highly disappointing.
I am sorry, I would kill him eventually.
I mean, it's not over yet. But yeah, so yeah, so like the one change that I actually do find useful in terms of biking is that when you do the cross up your events and knockback is less, which means that if I get you with a cross up your events and like just about crossing you up, because if I'm far enough away, I'm still like the best I can do is still just like a far slide or something. But if I do cross you up and I just cross you up, I can actually get a full slide which converts into a full combo.
Nice. Oh, surprising mess up busted this.
Well, he missed the buster because he jumped.
Yeah. No, it looked like he should have grabbed me there, but it was like because of like weird red rolling stuff. Like I jumped before like the animation looked like it got me. I don't know. It just looked weird for me.
If at any point you jump during the grab, you make it work.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it'd be cool to see all the new tech from everybody. Like, I'm not too aware of many of the characters' patch notes other than like Daniel New.
I mean, you should at least look up the ones that you actually.
Yeah.
I know the sim doesn't change, so it's easy. I know that the mix on Faust now comes out quicker, which makes it slightly easier to parry, which I love.
Oh, here's a buff. Nice.
But it is a buff in every scenario apart from getting parried.
and there we go. It's 3-0 to Rhinox.
I mean, it's I mean, considering that you just got to the finals, the grand finals.
I totally ripped your full means.
Yeah, it's like you still got second place even though you got like 3 games and then you lost 3 games. Also, that sim head on biking was a mistake, but I like it so much that I decided to keep it because there's no sim in the digital figure mode just yet, so I had to put it on Kai in order to represent Maku. But he was first place, and I completely forgot that layer was on, so I just forgot to delete it, or at least hide it.
And it doesn't love Sin, it's good seeing him though.
Now Sin is in Biken's hair, which is great. So yeah, I mean that was a good bracket because it had fun moments, but
I'm really happy I got games against people like I haven't actually fought against in a while, so that was good.
Yeah, and also it's annoying that Sukamansu couldn't be here, but oh well.
Yeah, and it's the same with next week.
Yeah, and potentially with me, so yeah, it's gonna be either a gauntlet or a bracket, depending on my state. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I kind of just want to wrap this up because we want to play Street Fighter. So
Yeah, like overall good games. Like no final words from yourself about your performance.
I mean, my performance was okay. It would be better next week, but it will not be. Well, it's either not gonna be better because I'm still gonna be like recovering from being asleep.
Yeah. Well, and also you're not going to get much practice because of Street Fighter on the BLF.
That's not even the problem because I did get some practice last night.
Oh yeah.
So I played like a good hour and a half. So
I've just personally been that busy with overtime at work and now BGF stuff. I'm a nice Street Fighter as well. I'm going to be behind on practice, but that's fine. It's fine.
Who knows? Maybe the Street Fighter stuff will help you. So we'll see.
Yeah, potentially. But yeah, tune in next week to find out on the Monday night rollback. Brought to you not on Mondays, but
what?
It's what it's called.
It's probably by the weekend usually. So yeah.
Okay.
Well, thanks for joining us, and we're off to play some Street Fighter.
Yeah, goodbye and good watching.
Peace out.